PWA, I told you I would do exactly what I did last night when I walked down to that ring and I gave Mr. No Mercy Hill the match, and I mean the match of his career. And I showed him, well, I showed him what it's like to stare a man who paved the path of hardcore through blood, sweat, and tears down to his very bones. I showed him exactly what it's like stepping in the ring and staring that face to face. So now I move on. Now I move on into my utter delight. Well, I'm faced against one of the Brotherhood, one of the cocky, arrogant, loud-mouthed bastards from the Brotherhood, and it's none other than Mr. Robbie Cutthroat himself. And Mr. Robbie Cutthroat, you're a name that's been on my radar. Don't think that you've gone unnoticed. Don't think that you haven't been a blip that's popped up every now and then. But until now, well, you've never quite registered on my radar as someone who I really have to beat. Someone who I need to get into that ring in front of and show who the man is. See, I heard you talking earlier. I heard you down there talking your talk, hyping yourself up. And if you want this to come down to straight fisticuffs, well, man, if you want to put yourself at such an egregious disadvantage, then by all means, come on down to that ring and we'll show shadow boxing, and I'll take you round for round for round until you can't swing at me anymore. But I think I'd rather play it the way that you and your little brothers like to play it. See, as far as I'm concerned, every single solitary member of that Brotherhood is an overinflated, slightly more in shape Justin Klein. And well, Justin Klein knows exactly what it's like to stare Baron in the eyes, because that's a man who's feared a match with me in every organization we've ever crossed paths in. So where does that leave you? Where does that leave the slightly more articulate versions of this man? Well, that leaves you on the same end of the same stick, reaching further and further and further and further up, trying to climb to where your bastard sits, because your bastard sits at the top of promo wrestling. Now, PWA may not have noticed, PWA may not have had the chance to witness greatness in myself like all these other organizations have in the past, but allow me to correct that this week when I dismantle the first member of the Brotherhood and then continue on until that entire family tree is left as ashes scattered in the wind in the history of promo wrestling, because I am your Irish bastard Baron, and I am unstoppable. So, PWA fans, you're looking at your new PWA World Heavyweight Champion, and Robbie Cutthroat is just another speed bump on that road. So I'll see you down in that ring as soon as possible, boy. And I'll show you exactly what it's like to be styling and profiling, to walk the walk and talk the talk, because, woo! I am that much better than you.